This show is powered by William Hill's Final One Standing. Stay in the game longer than me, and everyone left standing shares £50,000. Wagwan people, welcome along to Fourever Arsenal. Me and Lee are actually still over in Prague, over here in the Czech Republic. But back home, we got Jack and we got Mr. Curtis Shaw, and we are here to bring you Fourever Arsenal. Guys, how you all doing this morning?
Bit tired, but you know, could be worse.
Tired?
Bit tired. Bit tired, are you? Right?
That's what we want.
Is that why you were late? Yeah.
They want to bring up this late thing, guys. I'm not having it. Comments. I'm standing on business. Lee couldn't even find a chair until 2 minutes ago. Don't let them fool you. They're playing agendas. They're playing agendas, bro.
Listen, I see you found another shirt to go with your collection. Like, you know, you haven't even won.
Yeah, they had a 2-for-1 offer on the market.
Buying shirts, unreal, like, you know. But listen, congratulations for getting top and then losing top spotlight, you know, because you've got a point deducted today. Like, rules are rules. And if the other two guys go along with it, then it will be cemented. And I'm going to say this. I think you've got a good chance because Robbie Lau is late than more than so. He'll end up with minus 50 points by the end of this show, this season. So he might not go for this.
No, I am going for it. You know what I mean? He turned up 2 minutes late today, right? And we are all the way over here in Prague, right? And then you guys got the cheek to tell us he's tired. We were out there last night, Lee, until, hours filming in the freezing cold. He's back in England in the warmth. Why are you tired? What's up? What are you so tired about?
I know, it's nice for some. They get to go to Prague, you know, have a nice little beer. Don't think I didn't see what you were up to the night before, having a nice little restaurant dinner, and I'm sure it looked quite nice, you know. Some of us, you know, watching the game on TV, commentary, listening to this, that, and that. But it's all right. You guys, as long as you guys enjoyed ourselves, me and Curtis are happy. We enjoyed it in England, you know. A nice little win, nice little clean sheet. We're happy. Don't worry about us. You focus on yourself.
You know what? You know, you're right. I seen Robbie on the gram, you know, with a nice whiskey and that, an old half pint there in the bottom corner. You know what I mean? We're here grinding, watching games, and I don't know if you guys heard last night, but the commentary messed up during the game because, there was an echo. Sam Matterface was commentating, and there was an echo, so they had to take the commentary off. And then the people in the studio were just talking. It was a shambles, like they had a night on TNT, but yeah.
Robbie,
I've got to say, you know, sorry.
You see how Jack's trying to make an alliance with Curtis because he's got to get his vote as well. Like, you know what I mean? This guy here, dodgy.
No, take the point off. Take the point off.
Stick together, you know what I mean? Here. You know,
no, don't worry, Lee. Lee, we've been through a lot, me, you, and Robbie through these tours, mate. You know what I mean? Take that point off him. Get that point off him. Plus, I'm bottom of the league now. You know, I need some help here.
Well, we're gonna talk about the league later for us, and also don't forget this show brought to you today by William Hill. Later on, I'm going to talk about a brand new competition that they got where you can beat me. Beat me. All you got to do is beat me, and you can have a share of a £50,000 prize pot, right? But can you beat me? That's the thing, right? So I'm going to give you details of that later on. But just going back to it. You guys are talking about the experience in the studio. For us in the stadium, I don't know about Lee, and Lee, I'm sure Lee will comment on it. For me, like a lot of times when you come to these European games abroad, it's beautiful, the city. You know, many places we go, lovely cities, people good. But once you get to the ground, you're treated like an absolute animal. Yeah. They herd you in, they herd you out. They keep you in some places we've been. They've kept us in for like an hour and a half after the game. It's just generally very, very hostile. But I have to say, over here, it was a completely different experience. apart from the netting they put you behind, which seems to be the standard for all of these grounds in Europe, it was a lot different over here in Prague. A bit like Bilbao. I thought Bilbao, they looked after us good as well. The pickup for the tickets was easy. They didn't keep you in for hours after the game. They let you straight out. The police and stewards and all that were very friendly, no hostility. I mean, these grounds I've come out of, and you've seen police like a riot's about to kick off when nothing's happening. And I thought, in general, the Czech Republic, beautiful place. Prague, beautiful city. People very, very friendly. And I thought they got everything right, apart from the netting. I hate that netting stuff that they put up, man. You know what I mean? But it seems to be the standard in Europe. What did you think of Italy?
Yeah, look, listen, I'll totally agree with you. It's we're treated very, very badly. We're also always put in the worst positions in the stadium if they're high up or whatever. Sometimes you got that plastic. You know, you go to a PSV, you got netting and plastic in front of you, like, you know, it's a shambles. And then when you go to the Emirates, they've got lovely views, no netting, no nothing. They have it lovely, and you're right. You know, sometimes you're standing outside. I get that. If it's standard procedure, you have to stay for an hour. But when we're at home, I see them all disappearing and being let out at the same time as us, no problems. But yesterday, I thought it was, you know, handled fantastically well. Lovely little stadium. I did see the netting. I wasn't in the away end yesterday. I had a VIP, which was very nice. You know what I mean? So it was very nice.
I forgot about that. Hold on. Let me stop you there. I forgot about that, people. Let me just say, to you two guys there, right? Jack, and to you, Curtis. This guy yesterday, he had hospitality, padded seats. He came out of the ground. He was a bit worse for wear because he'd had a lot to drink, right? You know what I mean? I'm telling you, I forgot about that, right? Whilst we were over there in the away and behind the netting, he didn't have any netting because he was in the nice neutral UEFA end, right? With all the FIFA people and the UEFA people and that. Living at the time of his life. I thought you were proper Arsenal.
I'll tell you what, sometimes you have to change, you know what I mean? Like, Jack, you have to change sometimes, mate. You know, you'll realise this as you get older, like, yeah? Don't worry about it. But the unbelievable thing about it was that the beers you can take outside, so you can watch them, you can drink while you're watching the game and all that, like, you know, and it was free flowing. So that was a different experience because, you know, you're not, you know, you go to the Emirates, you're not even allowed to go outside the bar area, but you put 1 foot and I think a buzzer goes off to security or something. Oh, pint outside the line, pint outside the line, you know, back in, you have to go. But here it was really good. So like they do different things here, like, you know, so so I did have a few beers yesterday, Jack. Sorry about that, like, you know, but I was here on time, beers or not, I'm here on time, like, you know, so that's all I'm saying. Another reason why you've got to be deducted a point. I've had more pints than you've got points. I'm telling you, like, that's all I'm saying, like, you know.
You see, it's all right when you're getting treated like that, Lee. You're able to act a certain way, but us, like, you know, our core sat watching this horrible commentary that don't even work. You enjoy your UEFA, it's fine. It's fine. Everything will come out in the end, Lee. I'm a true believer in that.
No, but he's saying that what a lovely little stadium, Rob, wasn't it? Like you know, and their fans. I don't know if did they show you on TV. Them all taking their shirts off and that the whole end took their shirts off in the end. They done something where they put up a banner and then everybody, like, the game was going on. I have to say, wonderful, friendly supporters, unbelievable. But getting their shirts
Lee,
out.
you know what, right? That tifo they put up was funny, yeah, because they put up, first of all, they put up like a couple of bits of it. So these are like within the ground, right? They unfurled, like, say, 2 little letters. And all the Arsenal fans started singing, "What the FNL is that?" Right? And there was a guy near us who was going, he goes, "What? That's worse than our stuff." But then after that, they then revealed this. That was just the start.
The next one. Yeah.
Then they just started popping up, and then the whole end. It was unbelievable. That tifo put our thing to. You know what? That tifo thing we did was an absolute disgrace. You know? It reminded me of it when I saw that. I was like, imagine our little thing hanging like a curtain on the. And somebody was saying to me yesterday that there's going to be a tifo at the Bayern game.
Yeah.
But I think the guys from the Ashburton Army have got something to do with it. Then it will be better. And that, as long as it ain't Arsenal doing it, right? Because that last one they did, oh my God, man, it's still embarrassing.
It looked like a bed sheet from Sports Direct, didn't it? You know what I mean? PSG. And you know, PSG have got ultras in their stadium as well. So I don't think that would have intimidated them much, would it? So, yeah. Man. Well, I don't know. What did the Tifo say yesterday? What was it like? Do you know what it meant?
No.
No. It
Very
looked good.
impressive, though.
The stadium was, it looked lively. Yeah, I know.
Did they show that?
They showed it on TV. Yeah, they showed it.
The whole end.
That's mad.
And it was cold, bro. I'm telling you, like, you know what I mean? These guys over here, they're tough, man. I'm telling you, because I was all like zipped up like that. It was, you know, but yeah, it was good, and a good performance by Arsenal, I felt, on the pitch. Again, another game of lots of control. By the way, did you guys see that big guy they held up front?
Giant, wasn't he?
Massive.
Big, man. They started the game well, man. The first 20 minutes, I thought it's going to be a long night, but we kind of weathered the storm from there. It looked lively in there as well, the atmosphere at the start of the game when they were going for us. But we kind of took control after that, didn't we? And the penalty, I mean, I tweeted personally, I don't know what you guys think. I thought the penalty was harsh, but it's one of them European penalties that I don't think that would have been given in the Premier League. He's so close to him. His arm was pretty natural position, but you know, you take it. And I actually thought the referee handled that game really well yesterday. You know, he gave us a lot of decisions. And then the penalty he turned around as well, you know, when he gave the Ben White penalty, he changed his mind on that.
Well, the VAR he gave it.
Well, the VAR did, to be fair, but I thought
I didn't think that referee was very good. Did you, Lee?
You didn't think so?
No, I
thought he gave us quite a lot.
But fair play for same things as their players and let them off. I don't know. I thought he was poor. I thought he was poor. Do you know, going back the penalty, like we're all chatting away, like, you know, having a drink, you know, as you do, like, you know, and having a chat.
I know you were
away for what?
Okay. Yeah. You're in another end. Look, the proper Arsenal work,
you know. And then it comes up on the screen. There's a penalty check, like, you know what I mean? Well, none of us even knew that there was a penalty check or even like whatever. And then they said, bloody hell, they're going to give this. And they did. I don't think no one appealed for it, did they? Not even, I don't think any Arsenal player appealed for it.
No.
None of us in the crowd thought that it was a penalty. But as you say, Curtis, and I agree with you on this, it's a different rule. How can you have a different rule for penalties in one competition and not another? It's ridiculous. Football's football. And you know, as you say, that wouldn't have probably been given in the Premier League. And if you'd be really honest, if that was given against us, you wouldn't be happy, would you? Come on.
No.
I wouldn't be. I'm with you. There's never a penalty back in the day when we played, and I don't think it's a penalty now.
It's funny you say that because
sorry, Jack,
I was going to say go for it.
Sorry, Jack. When I saw it, even though it's harsh, I see those getting all the time in Europe because I think the thing is he's not really looking, is he? And his hand is up, and it does catch his hand. And I've seen loads of those given in Europe, but I'm not even sure if he would have got away with that in the Premier League. That might have been given in the Premier League as well. What do you think, Jack?
I was going to say it was quite fun. I don't know if any of you managed to catch the Liverpool-Madrid game straight after, and there was another handball incident in the Champions League in that game as well with Tchouaméni, where the referee, I think, originally gave a free kick, and then got VAR to be a penalty, and then the referee decided it wasn't even a handball at all and just gave the ball back. So it was a bit of a weird outcome, but it was another one where Tchouaméni's hands were so close to his body that I don't think it was a penalty, but then I thought, it's the Champions League. They have them different sets of thresholds for handball, so I think it will get given. And then he turned around and said, no, it's just not a handball at all. So although we say like, it's one of them Champions League ones that do get given, I think last night showed there's still not. I still don't really know what a penalty for handball is. I can give you like a definitive answer across the Champions League or the Premier League. So I took the penalty, but I don't think I would have been too angry if we didn't get it last night. So it's just one of them ones. Hopefully, you know, just ride a bit of luck, and I don't think we needed it in the end anyway. But yeah, with their penalty, it was poor from the ref. I don't know how he gave it a penalty. In the replay, there was like Ben White didn't get anywhere near the player. He got to the ball first, and the player almost handballed it himself and sort of fell over. So it was poor from the referee if we didn't have VAR to give that. But I don't know if you saw the boys when they were doing the VAR check for Ben White's tackle. They were going mental. It's like Arteta has drilled into them that clean sheet record, that they were absolutely gutted if we were going to concede that penalty. I think Arteta might have made Ben White walk home if he did give that away. It was good to see. It was good to see their reactions. Like, they were so buzzing that it wasn't a penalty when we're 3-0 up in like the 90th minute. So it's good to see how he's got that drilled into him.
Yeah,
I was gutted when they give the penalty because for that reason, like, so not thinking, oh no, clean sheet, it's gone now, like, you know. And then when they said it weren't a penalty, we was going. That's when they started seeing clean sheet again. Ole, didn't they? Like, you know. So listen, it means a lot to the players. It means a lot to us fans to keep these clean sheets going as well. You know, it's a badge of honour at the moment, don't you think? Like, you know what I mean? Clean sheets, I really do, like, you know. So long may it continue.
Yeah. Lee, do you know what? Like, I don't know if you saw right at the end of the game, they had a shot, didn't they? Like, right at the end on target, and Raya saved it, and then the ref pulled it back and gave a free kick. I was actually like, oh no, we've conceded a shot on target. Do you know what I mean? But then it got chalked off because of the free kick. Like, so I don't know how I'd feel now if we conceded a goal. I'd be devastated.
It's crazy.
That's the worry, isn't it? Like, you don't mind conceding. Like, if you're 3-1 up, you don't mind conceding. I don't want to concede a goal and we lose the game as well, like a double whammy. You know what I mean? That's important now that we don't. You know, we're listen. We're going to concede at some stage, aren't we? But like, when we do, make it sure it's not as an important one.
Yeah.
You know, all right. Big up Mikel Marino. Because, you know, when we were over here and we were talking about, you know, we all sort of had a bit of whinge up about the injury to Victor Gyökeres. Looks like he could even be out for Sunderland's game. And we were like, just as Gyökeres has had a really good performance against Burnley in that first half, now we've lost him. But I think Marino just reminded us yesterday about the clutch moments that he has. Yet again, 2 goals last night. You know, he's a different type of player to Victor Gyökeres. He ain't going to run in behind and all physical and that. But if you play to his strengths, I mean, the guy scores a lot of goals. He said 2 there last night. He's been scoring for Spain as well, we know. I mean, he's a very underrated player. We were doing a live yesterday from over here, and somebody said that in the comments, didn't they, Lee? It's a very underrated player, you know. And he's versatile, can play in. Later on, he had to drop back into midfield. I mean, big him up for last night, man. Took his goals well.
Yeah, can I just say something? Like, also, like, Cecil, it's got out of buying the drinks last night because you actually, me and you called Marino scoring. He didn't. And there is a little thing we had on that live saying that we'd be, if we didn't get it right, we'd be buying the drinks. Cecil's wallet was firmly in his pocket last night. That's all I'm saying, Rob. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but you know, the thing is, you're supposed to buy drinks for me as well because I was actually the only one who got it right because I said Saka and Marino. You only said Marino. So actually, you owe me a drink and Cecil.
Well, yeah, maybe. I did say Marino would get 2. I did say he scored both goals.
You did. You did
actually. I mean?
You did say you get 2.
Now, listen, I didn't think he was great, though. Curtis, what did you think? I didn't think he was great up front with his hold-up play and all that, but he does score goals. There's no 2 ways about it. And he seems to play everywhere, but centre-forward as well, by the way, and still score goals. And where he's doing all that drifting and everything like that, he gets more chances than Gyökeres, who's staying up front.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, Lee. Like, during the game, I don't think he played amazing. He wiped that guy out in the first half and got booked. But he's just got a knack. Every time he's up front, he seems to get a big chance. And like you said, with Gyökeres, he's up against the centre-back, so they know where he is all the time, where I think Marino's drifting. I mean, you look at that first goal, there's nobody near him. You think, has he got that much time and space? I thought he might have been offside. But he finishes it with a plum. I think he's one of the best finishers at the club. His composure in front of goal, man. You just never think he's going to miss. And then the header as well, little celebration, run around the corner flag, man. Do you know what? I'd love to see him and Gyökeres in a 2, with Gyökeres up top and him dropping in. I don't think we'll see it because Arteta wouldn't. I don't think he'd play with a 2-man midfield. But yeah, he's a brilliant. Like you said, when Gyökeres got injured, I'm like, oh man, this is a week where he could have got a few goals, and now he's out. But Marino is brilliant at stepping in and just fulfilling that role. So yeah, big him up.
Yeah, it's different how he plays. I don't know how to describe him as a footballer. Like we said, he's a striker that stands everywhere but up front, but still gets goals. He gives me that vibe of like a Thomas Muller, like Edison Cavani, where he seems to have that positional play where he's just always in the right place. Like all of his goals seem to just be like tap-ins or back post headers or something like that, where he's just always in the right place. He's like he was born with the striker's instinct, but played in midfield his whole career. But it's the same thing of like he does that, and now I'm like, oh, do I want him to start? But he's not better than Gyökeres, in my opinion. But then as soon as we put him back into midfield, it's like he loses all his instincts. I don't know what it is with him. He's such like I can't figure him out. I don't think we've had a player like him in a while where his best attribute seems to be his attack positioning, and everything else just seems to be very like mediocre from what I've seen from him so far. But yeah, it's a good option to have, I guess. And another shout out to Andrea Noose, who managed to step on the pitch again yesterday. I know he's buzzing again, Champions League debut. And then the boy himself, Max Dowman, managed to get a run out again yesterday. So that was good to see. He became the youngest Champions League player of all time. So that's a great record to have. And obviously it sets us for the future youth players as well to have that record. I know the youth players talk a lot about Jack Wilshere and how they look up to him in the academy and stuff. But to have these young 15, 17-year-old boys making Champions League debuts with a team that's not conceding and winning every game and they're still getting a path into the team was really good to see.
No, that's fantastic. Fantastic. Yeah, you're right. Youngest player ever to play in the Champions League now, Max Dowman. That was a record that he broke last night. And right at the end, like Raya pushed him and Anus towards the Arsenal fans to take applause off it. It was brilliant. It's brilliant. Great to see. I just love seeing our, academy players, playing on the really biggest stage. And how fearless is Max Dowman? Like, he comes on, first of all, takes a brilliant touch, and he's just taking players on straight away. You know what I mean? And that team, they're a very physical side. Very physical side. You know what I mean? They were leaving it on players. So the bravery of Max Dowman, and as well as the skill, I mean, it bodes for me and Lee were just saying last night, what's going to happen when he's older? Filled out a bit more and stuff like that. He's going to be an amazing player. But that was a big win in the Champions League. We're joint top now with Bayern Munich after they beat PSG last night. That's who we got next, Bayern Munich in the Champions League. But it's looking good at the moment that because for me, finishing that top 8, so you don't have to have that playoff game. A little bit less of games, isn't it, at the end of January. And then also you get that home advantage over teams when you go into those sort of knockout games. It is very important. So, but we're going well in. We haven't conceded a goal yet in this either, have we?
No.
That was another record as well. We broke a record since, which was set in 1903, I think it was, where we haven't conceded for 8 games. 8 wins, no goals conceded. It's crazy what this team are doing at the moment. I mean, can they keep it up, or how long can they keep it up? But it's wonderful. Wonderful.
Yeah. I mean, I put in the group as well, but yeah, obviously Luis Diaz red card last night, so he's suspended for the Arsenal game, which is a boost. Obviously, Hakimi, I think, suffered a really bad injury as well last night. Could be a broken ankle, they're saying. And obviously Declan Rice got through the game. The whole game, I'm like, Mikel, I seen the subs, I'm like, please take him off. And then I see Waneri. And then I'm like, no, just get Rice off the pitch. But he showed a lot of maturity, to be fair. You could see when the ball was there, he was very careful. So we got away with that. I do think the only thing that's concerning me a little bit at the moment is the injuries. Arteta even said in the press conference, he goes, squad depth, the squad depth is disappearing. And, he looked at the bench last night. Yeah. Obviously, it's great to see young players there, but you looked at it and thought, wow, like we're missing like half a dozen players now. And I said this on my stream yesterday, and I don't know what you guys think. I said, is this best defense coming at a price? Because I almost think that, okay, we have got this great unit at the back, but I think the amount of work that our attack has to do might be coming at a cost, because you're now looking at, Saka, torn hamstring, pulled hamstring, Havertz, ligament damage and a torn hamstring at some stage. Martinelli's done his hamstring before. Gyökeres, they're saying, could be a hamstring injury as well. Odegaard, knee ligaments out for a couple months. Like, are we asking so much from this attack to help the back four that we're now losing these players constantly? Jesus as well, two major knee injuries. So 7 players out injured at the moment. It's a bit of a concern, isn't it, going forward?
It is, and it is a worry. And Curtis, you make a good point about that, because I actually, like the last couple of games, watching Trossard, his work rate is unreal. You know what I mean? Like working back and all that. Like, we spoke about it from Martinelli, like, Saka as well. You know what I mean? You often see Saka on the edge of his 18-yard box defending and things like that, and even Marino yesterday was in his 18-yard box defending, so there is that little thing into it. I think you got to be a little bit unlucky at times, certain ones. I think like Jesus, unbelievably unlucky, like was a impact injury, as was Odegaard's, but there are, Gyökeres, for instance, didn't look like he had anything wrong with him against Burnley, and all of a sudden now he's out till after the international break, which is a big blow. And you say like Martinelli come on and stuff, but I will say this: we were saying this when I was saying this yesterday, Rob. Like, if you look at it, Martinelli, he's been rotated in and out of the team, injured. Gyökeres and Zubimendi. I know Zubimendi was suspended yesterday, but they were rested on the Wednesday against Brighton, and both pick up knocks on the weekend. So I don't know what it is. Is it a little bit of luck or unluck? I don't know. But it is a worry, because that's the first time. Last season we were saying how there was, using the phrase, which is a little bit harsh on the young kids, as bench warmers. You know what I mean? Or bench fillers. There was a few there again yesterday with bench fillers, which is a worry. It is a worry.
Yeah.
I think the big thing for Arteta, what he said was that I think someone asked him a question related to what Curtis said, that is there something going on in training that they have to take an analytical look at to why are we getting so many hamstrings, for example. And Arteta said this season that he started like breaking them into different groups, or certain different injuries with different games and stuff like that. And he said he's got like a 3-tier system. I think it was literally in his presser before the Champions League game. And they asked him about Odegaard's recurring knee injury, and does he think there's anything he could do from the training standpoint to sort of avoid doing that. And he just sort of said, like, you're asking professional players to play 90 minutes every 3 days now at the highest level, that injuries are obviously going to become more apparent. And I think it's literally just a case of what Curtis said. Our team works so hard compared to a lot of teams. You don't see like the Liverpool wingers bombing back as extra fullbacks for half the game like you do our wingers. And I think the likes of the hamstring injuries that seem to happen to all of our forward line, Madueke as well, it seems to just be like a case of, I think they're just being overworked. But it's now we're in a point where we got a game every 3 days. We're trying to win every competition we're in. We've just got to still deal with it. And I think that's how Arteta attacked the transfer window with, I know we're going to get injuries. I would rather just have the depth. And I know we're talking about now even the depth to our depth is injured. But I mean, the front line of the weekend, we're still probably going to look at a Saka, Marino, Trossard front three, which was probably our starting front three for the majority of last season. So it could be worse. And I'm happy we have got them depth players there. But it's looking good for Tottenham, though. That's what I will say, because it's looking like Odegaard, Madueke, apparently maybe even Jesus, Gyökeres, will all be back for that Tottenham game. So as long as we can get through Sunderland, I'm looking pretty happy and positive to the next few games.
Yeah, no, definitely positive. Let's talk about Sunderland. Just before we get into that, this episode of Fourever Arsenal is brought to you by William Hill's Final One Standing. Now, I nearly won the 500k in the first round of that Final One Standing. Right, I came close. Bloody Everton let me down. I'll never forgive them for that, Everton. I'll tell you, I'll never forgive them for, they had one thing to do: beat West Ham. I ended up drawing with them. But anyway, back with a new game, and this one's personal because the game's called Beat Robbie. So all you got to do is beat me, right? There's a prize pot of £50,000, right? Now, how the game works is every single week you pick a team to win. If they draw or they lose, you're out. Yeah. If they win, you move into the next round, but you're only allowed to pick that team once. So if you pick Arsenal to beat Sunderland, or if you pick, it's going to start actually from the week when we play Tottenham. You pick Arsenal to beat Tottenham, you can't use Arsenal again after that. You have to move on and use another team in the following weeks. If you can beat me and you're still in, right, you win a share of the £50,000 prize pot. Everybody who enters wins, right? If you can't beat me, I get it. If I go right the way to the end, it's mine, right? So jump in. If you want to get involved, all you got to do is click the link in the description, scan the QR code, right? And you've got a chance to beat me. You got to do it before the game. I think it's going to be that weekend when we play Tottenham. So after the international break, right? But beat Robbie. Can you lot beat me? He was talking up your
So
mouth.
basically, what you're saying then, right, is if you say, for instance, you pick Manchester City to win, right? And I say I pick Arsenal, right?
Yeah.
And Manchester City would draw, then I'll win part of that thing. Like you could go out first round.
Yeah.
So you've got to
That's
go.
how it works.
So we don't know what you pick then. You're not going to tell us what.
Well, listen. I'll say what I pick on this show. I'll say, you know, what I mean, will I go for Arsenal in the first round because it starts. You got to make your picks by November the 22nd before the 3 p.m. kickoff, right? So that's just after the international break. Should I go for Arsenal? Arsenal at home against Tottenham, or is that too risky? So it's easy, man. Just enter, beat Robbie, and your chance of winning 50k. Now you got to be over 18. Remember, yeah, you have to be over 18. You got to be based in the UK or please. He's well over that. He may look young, but he's well over that. Please gamble responsibly. Full terms and conditions apply. And all the links are in the description below. This weekend, guys, Sunderland away. They're in the top 4. I think it's first versus fourth. They got a draw against Everton on Monday. We got another win with another clean sheet, but it's going to be a tough game. Lee has been telling me for days how nervous he is about this game. He keeps going, I'm nervous, Rob, I'm nervous. Mind you, he said that about Burnley as well. Why are you so nervous about this game? I mean, it's a tough game because they've been playing well, but the way you keep saying to me, Rob, I'm nervous. It ain't Real Madrid, is it?
No, but this is the games that over the years have cost us one of these games. You know what I mean? I look at this game, and when you win titles, you go to Sunderland and you win. Now, I remember in '91 we went there, didn't play very, very well, got a 1-0 win. It's not easy up there by any stretch of the imagination. This is going to be a tough game. Last time we went up there, I don't know if you remember it, Rob, boring 0-0 game. It was awful, like, you know. It's for me, if we win this game, it puts us in such a good position going forward into the next batch of games, which are very, very difficult. And, you know, if we can win this one here, 8 wins, it will be 8 wins since the internet, you know, like the last international break to this one. But for me, the big thing about this game is that if we win on Saturday, one of the one or both of the teams chasing us will drop points. Like, you know, now last week when we beat Burnley, the other 2 teams won their games, so it didn't impact it too much. But if we win on Saturday, whatever happens, there is a impact that will benefit us if we win. And I think that it's so important. There's been so many times over the years, you know, even when we was going for top 4, if we win today, we put pressure on and whatever, like, you know. I just think this is such a big game Saturday, and it is a worry for me, like, because I think if we win this one, it will be a comfort to me. I think that Arsenal can go on and do things, but if they don't win this one, I think we've not really changed, and I can see changes with us and everything there. I just need a little bit more proof that we are where we're going to be. Don't care how we win it, Rob. Don't care if we win it 1-0, boring or whatever, like, you know. And listen, let's be honest, the last few games have been very, very stress-free, haven't they? You know, I don't know how you guys feel about it. It's been very, very stress-free. I'm just hoping that this one will be as well. I don't think it'll be. I think it'll be a tough game. I think that Sunderland, you know, fourth in the league, you know, you have to beat these teams to win it. You know, and there's not every game's not going to be easy and stress-free. So I don't know. I've got a horrible feeling it's not going to be a great game, this, for us. But I just want us to win it. Just get through it, win it. And then, listen, if we win this game, Sunday's going to be a lovely Sunday, right? Whatever happens, you know what I mean? And then you can go on international break, relaxing, and then towards the back end of it, worry about the North London derby, which is horrible. But you don't want to be going in that North London derby, dropping points against Sunderland, and then other teams breathing down your neck. Just get the job done, win this game, and I'll be a lot happier if we have.
Can I just say, like, and I get your point because we've seen this so many times with Arsenal. I'm not as nervous as you are, to be honest. I don't know if the run of form's giving me so much confidence, but I watched Sunderland on Monday against Everton, and listen, they are a good team. They're dangerous. Got some good players. Granit Xhaka obviously is in really good form at the moment, but they conceded some big chances to Everton, man. I'm thinking against Arsenal, we're scoring them chances. Do you know what I mean? So I was just looking at their results. I mean, they are unbeaten at home this season in the league. So, you know, they're definitely no mugs at home, and we know the Stadium of Lights, you know, great atmosphere. But I'm confident we'll go there and beat them. I think the atmosphere will be lively. It'll be, you know, if you can see off that first 20 minutes or so. But I just think we've got too much quality for them. And you look at last night, you're going to add Zubomendi, you're going to add probably Eze, maybe Calafiori comes back in at left back, although I thought Nkapia played well last night. We will miss Gyökeres and his physicality up top, but I'm confident we'll beat them, man. I think we'll have too much for them. You know, I don't know if that's just the confidence from winning all these games, but I just think they've had a good start, but I think we'll have too much for them, to be honest. And who would you rather? What's the best result on Sunday? I think the draw is obviously the ideal one, but if one of them had to win, which one would you rather sort of push further back? Which one?
I think City. I think I'd rather City win. I don't know what you
You'd
think,
rather
Jack.
City win and get rid of Liverpool, because that'd be 10 points, wouldn't it, on Liverpool?
Yeah, make it down to 1 is what you're like. I'll try and make it down. Yeah. I see that.
What do you reckon?
I see that.
Yeah, I think I agree. I see. You've changed my mind there because I was going to go. I'd rather Liverpool win. But I think the idea of just trying to get them as far away, so we've only got sort of one big title rival, will probably help us out. So yeah, why not? We'll go with the City win, not Liverpool out the race.
Yeah, and then, you know, if I think Liverpool win that, you start to look at momentum again. You know what I mean? Just beat
Yeah.
They've
Great
good.
point.
beat City in 1 week, and you beat Bournemouth. I mean, sorry, they didn't beat Bournemouth. Villa. That'd be a momentum shift. So I think I'd rather, if one of them is to win it, I think I'd rather it be City. But like, you're right, it's a massive game. But I'm with you, Curtis. I mean, I also watched that game, and I thought that as well. I thought that, you know, I think Everton were a bit unfortunate not to win that game. And yeah, listen, hats off to Sunderland. They've been brilliant this season. They did get that away win against Chelsea as well. They've played really, really well. Granit Xhaka, of course, will be up against us, and he scored the other night. I thought that it was really important that we won against Sparta Prague. And what was really important about that win was Micro Marino getting 2 goals. So now his confidence is up going into that game, because my biggest worry about the game was missing Gyökeres, because I was like, Gyökeres, away from home in particular, if he's on playing really well, he's a very important player in that team because he can occupy defenders. But I think Marino getting those 2 goals just reminded everybody that, hey, listen, there's a lot of goals in him as well. And I'm pretty confident going into that game. The way we've gone to difficult places and controlled games, You know, I think it bodes well. And the other thing as well that I look on is that normally sometimes you'll have a Champions League game. You may say play on a Wednesday, and then you got a game on a Saturday against a team that's been waiting on you all week. They haven't played their last game. They played as the previous Saturday. They're fresher. But Sunderland played on Monday. So that's not even going to be a major factor. Because they played Monday night. We played early on Tuesday. There's not a big difference. All right. And even the travelling, I mean, it probably is quicker to go from here back to the London by flight than it is nearly as quick as going from Sunderland to London. You know what I mean? So that's not going to be a major factor. And it wasn't like yesterday's game was like a real sapping one for Arsenal. They controlled the game. And the defence that we've got right now, I mean, if they win that game, that will set a new record, isn't it? It's going to be a club record, 9 in a row. I think they equaled the other night. So on last night, they equaled that record, didn't it, with 8. That record stood 1903. If they could do another one, that's 9. That's a new club record. I just think the way this team is playing at the moment, you know, they'll go into that game full of confidence. And yeah, listen, you can't. I don't think this team's going to take Sunderland lightly because they've seen them beat Chelsea. They've seen that they're 4th. I don't think Mikel Arteta takes teams lightly. You saw that last night. We were talking a lot about maybe resting this person and that. He went quite strong, and he was very right to do that because you saw how they started the game, Sparta Prague, the way they pressed, the pressure, the physicality. He was right not to make too many changes. He'd obviously looked at Sparta Prague, who, by the way, are another team that we played who were unbeaten at home. They're unbeaten at home in the Champions League and in their league, I think, since April this year. I know their league is not nowhere near ours, but I don't think Arsenal should go up to Sunderland with any fear. I think this is a different Arsenal that we're looking at now. A team that's very confident, a team that's like, yeah, we're going to go there, we're going to control that game, and they know what they've got to do with this game. It's a lot more, this team's a lot more mature than they've been for years and years and years, and I really do fancy us to get a result up there.
No, I think it'll be a tough game, as we've been saying. I think Xhaka, the mental edge that Xhaka and even old Dan Ballard, for those who remember him, playing against them too. But I think Xhaka said in his post match over Everton, where he said like he spent a lot of great years at Arsenal and he's really looking forward to the game. But obviously, when he's on the pitch, he's a Sunderland player. But it would be quite good to see how, you know, if he's in a, I know we all remember Xhaka, that when you get into his head, he can be a bit sloppy or go off the rails a bit. I wonder if we can get into Granit's head as a team and see if he can go off the rails for Sunderland instead. Wouldn't it be nice to see Granit Xhaka get sent off and not affect us? You know what I mean? Big up to Xhaka, but it'd be good for him to lose his head for another team for a change. That'd be great to see. But yeah, I'm confident. I think it reminds me of when the old pundits used to talk about our team in 22, 23, and they used to say, oh, they're not mature, they haven't got the experience. And I was sort of sitting there thinking, oh, I don't really get it too much. I think if you're good enough, you win. But I think seeing our team now, I sort of fully understand what they were saying in terms that, like, it's like a mentality thing. It's like an aura around the players at the moment that they just seem ready. It's like, I'm not worried for Sunderland. It's Sunderland. I think we've got a better team than them. I think we've got a better manager than them. I think we've got a better setup. I think we're in better form. I don't have that worry before games anymore. Even Tottenham, it's like, I think we'll batter Tottenham. I know it's at the Emirates, so we expect to win anyway, but it's like maybe a few seasons ago I thought, but if he's fit and if he does this and if he can't play, now we're missing, 6, 7 players, and I don't mind who plays. Marino can go up front, Anus up front, Saka, whoever, and I'm sort of confident. I think the system and the foundations are so strong now that we've sort of platformed ourselves to just expect to win. And it's good to feel like that. That's why I say we gotta give props to Arteta and everything that's going on right now. He's about to, he could be this weekend break an entire club record that has never been set before with the 9 clean sheets. So it's good to just week by week just remember that. Yeah, big up Mikel Arteta, man.
Yeah, like how you're bigging him up there. Let's get predictions in, and let's remind people of the predictions. Yeah, predictions. I am rushing a little bit because me and Lee know we've got to be out of our Airbnb here by 11 o'clock.
That's fine.
And with you turning up late, I mean, you know, that's the prediction table there, as we can see. Jack joint top with Lee. I'm in third on 7. Bottom of the table is Curtis. Although, as we said, Jack turned up late.
What's this about? They don't want to see me win, guys. You see how they're treating the young
guys. So Lee is Jack second on 8. Jack, listen, you got to get discipline in here, mate. You know what I mean? You're with us now. You know what I mean? It's a bit like being in, you get promoted up to the first team, mate. You've got to have discipline, right?
I don't know what to talk about yesterday.
We let you off on the first late, right? Late twice in a row. We're not having it, right? So you've lost the point and you're on 8. As a matter of fact, shall we be nice about this and leave it to the comments, right? You guys in the comments.
You want Lee?
I think that's right, Rob.
Tell us, should Jack be deducted a point for turning up late twice? Twice now he's turned up late, right? He's new here. He's new to this scene, yeah? And he's turned up late twice. Now, we are people here, you can see. You can look at this, right? Like this, Jack, yeah? Right? You're Mascara, yeah? I'm Gabriel. Curtis is Saliba, yeah? Lee's
like
Ben
that.
White, Timber, right? Right? 3 experienced heads here. We've been doing our work, right? Now, you as Mascara, you've come in and twice you've been late. This ain't good enough. Not looking good. So we're going to remove the point. But if the fans in the comments say, no, give you a break, we'll give you the point back. Is that fair enough?
I've let you plead your case, with democracy here. I've let you plead your case.
We ain't pleading no case, bro. We are the leadership.
Comments. I just need to let you know.
We're leaving it to the people, Jack. We're leaving it to
comments.
The people.
I just need to let you know one thing. First ever podcast, making my debut at the studio. A certain Mr. Robbie might have been half an hour late. I think it was. And then we're gonna go back to the last podcast. I was early. I didn't see none of you guys, none of these 3 guys. I was 5 minutes early. They were telling me issues but it's fine. It's fine. I won't let it rattle me. It's fine. Comments.
How you're arguing here with the leadership group.
Yeah. See, they don't want me to go back. Comments. I'm trying. I'm trying it.
Tell him, guys. Curtis, Lee, tell him. This is the leadership group right now that he's
Listen,
gotta learn, mate.
We've been good. We've been good to him, Curtis, haven't we? We've let the comments. We've let the people decide. Basically, I don't think any of us would. We've made our point. We've said deduct. We've said, but we've now.
And you know the other thing. I think when you're traveling, sometimes it's out of your control. But when you're in your house and you just got to turn on a laptop,
he's gone.
What is the reason for the lateness?
Low, Curtis, isn't he? He's gone low. He's gone low. It's a low blow that to you two out there. It was a very low blow, I think.
I'm bottom of the league.
Remember it, guys. It was
I've got to claw people back into the race, Lee. I'm struggling here.
There's certain agendas afloat.
So anyway, we leave it up. We leave it up to the comments, right? The comments to let us know. But let's get our predictions in now for the Sunderland game. Let's start with you, Jack. Right? We start with you, right? Because actually, no, start with me. Oh, no, start with me.
Goes
right?
from the top.
Goes from the top.
Hold on. It goes from the people who got it right last week, isn't it?
No, it
so it's me.
goes from the banners at top.
I got it right, and I'm at the top, so I should go first.
Right,
start
with Lee. Start with Lee.
Lee.
No, Jack, you go first because you're top.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm top. I'm like that. As it stands at the moment, I'm top. Yeah. Okay. Right. 2-0 to the Arsenal.
All right. 1-0.
I'm going 2-0 as well.
Yeah, I'm going 2-0. 2-0 is just the score at the moment, isn't it? I keep trying to avoid
some points on the ball, Curtis.
Do you know what I mean? I keep trying to avoid 2-0 so I can catch you up, but it ain't working. So yeah, I'm going 2-0 for the next few weeks.
This is a big one as well. This is a big prediction though, because it's the last one before international break. I think one of us will be taking a trip to the club shop. Was it?
Yeah.
So
definitely a point deducted. There's a definite point deducted. I forgot about that, Jack. Forget about.
See, they all want to forget.
No, that's done. It's done. Like, I mean, that's done.
Listen, we're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it up. We're gonna leave it up to the guys in the comments to let us know whether Jack loses that point or not. So let us know, guys. Of course, we've got our feature on here where you guys can send us in a WhatsApp voice note and let us know. Pose a question or give us your thoughts on a game or whatever. If you want to do that, there's the number right there on the screen. Or you can scan the QR code to send in your voice note. We're going to do one today because, as I said, me and Lee, we're running out of time here in this Airbnb, right? If we don't, and that was another thing. We had to adjust that to your time again, Jack.
My
right?
time?
We're an hour ahead over here in Prague.
I don't want Curtis to start laughing because I know Curtis knows the real reason.
It's all you, Jack.
It's all
We
me.
wanted to go earlier.
Fine.
We wanted to go
Keep
earlier,
shooting.
but we couldn't because you couldn't make it right until this time. We didn't wake up. Oh, I'm tired. Right? Now we're probably going to get fined here.
It's fine.
You
Just
might
keep
have to
shooting
pay
shots
the
at me.
fine.
Late leaving of the Airbnb, so we have to pay money because of you.
I hope it's a massive.
Anyway.
You won't be going down that shop, Jack. I'll tell you that now.
Oh, you,
I hope
Jack.
it's the
You won't be
biggest
going
fine
down that
ever.
shop.
I hope Curtis gets a fine as well. He knows why.
Responsibility,
All right,
mate.
let's get this voice now. Let's hear what this person had to say.
Hello, boys. I'm Nell, all the way from France. I've been watching AFTV for the past 7-8 years. You're doing a great job, especially you, Robbie. Big up to you. Now I have a question. If you guys had the ultimate guarantee that we would win something, what would it be? The Premier League or the Champions League? God bless y'all.
Great question. A lot of people. Cecil was asking that question.
Lots of people asking that.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, league. I'd love to win. Honestly, we've been knocking on that door the last 3 years, man. I want that league. I that's just my opinion. What would you guys say?
I mean, we've had a similar question before, haven't we? But for me, I take the Champions League. I've never seen it. I just think the star above the badge, it's the missing piece of the jigsaw. I'd love to see us win the league because it shows you've dominated your own country, but I want that Champions League.
Yeah.
But for
same.
me, I've never seen us win the Champions League. But for me, the league all day long. I'd love us to win the Champions League, but for me, if I had the choice, it'd be the league.
Champions League, just because haven't won it, and I think to have one over, that's the thing that Chelsea have always had on us. So go to Champions League.
Okay. Once again, scan the QR code on the screen, or there's the number, guys. Get your voice notes in. We love to hear from you each week. Sorry, we can only do one today, but we're going to get finally. Before we go as well, we got to get our comment of the day in. Right. So has everyone got their comments?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go. I know you're in a rush.
Go on, Curtis. Go on.
All right. So from Unreasonable, I think this one is so funny, by the way. He said he wishes his grandpa was like Lee Judges. I'm not sure what that means.
Right. I'm going to start finding some bad ones about you.
Yeah, go on.
I'm telling you like that. Right. I've got one here. Lee doing a great Sean Dyche impression. You know what I mean? Obviously, I was ill, and
Oh, yeah. The voice.
I've done well to get through that one, so if I sounded like Sean Dyche, I apologise. There you go.
Jack?
I got a good one here that I think was related to my David Beckham, Declan Rice comment that says it's nice to see that you've got Hector smoking trees instead of planting them. So I think that's going to refer to my the previous Bellerin comments and the David Beckham one. But you know what? Comments, I'm standing by it. Declan Rice clear. So we'll move with that one.
All right, listen, I know I've been having a go at him all show, but listen, this is the one. This is from James Dolan. He says, being completely honest, I didn't know how well this podcast would go after the change, but I'm really enjoying it. Not seen much of Jack before this, but big up to him. Absolutely brilliant. And I love some of the stats he comes out with. Really good and building some good chemistry. Well done, boys. Let's hope we win the Premier League this season. So I ain't been all horrible to Jack. See that?
Man, look, that's how he covers the rest of it up. He thought he put that one in there to make me feel better. But no,
Yeah.
big up the comment though. Whoever commented that, sending love.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Well, he said he's related to you.
You're supposed to not read that bit. It says, please do not read that bit. Come on, man.
No, but big
Anyway,
up-
just said there, big up the comments. If he ain't like, big up the comments, he's going, you know what I mean, trying to push it already, like, you know.
Once again, to everybody in the comments, it's up to you guys to let us know whether Jack loses that point or not. Does he keep that point or does he lose that point? We're going to go with what you guys say, right? Because we don't want to be accused of bullying here and the leadership team, right? So you let us know whether he should lose that point or not. But we've reached the end of the show today. We've run 3 minutes over, Lee. We're going to get fined. It's all right. We'll take it out of Jack's.
Yeah, take it out. Jack's money, like, yeah.
Right, listen,
I've still got to do my hair yet, you know what I mean? It's going to take, you know, we're going to be well late.
Take your while.
But thank you very, very much, guys. As I said, don't forget this show's been brought to you by Final One Standing. Beat Robbie. If you want more details of how to beat me, right, and win a share of £50,000, all you got to do is click the link in the description and you can get more details of that. You get your entrance in before the weekend after the international break. Get it in then, and it has to be in before the first kickoff. Then you've got to be over 18. Please gamble responsibly, and you've got to be based in the UK or Ireland. Yeah, take me on in Final One Standing. Of course, this week is Sunderland away, big game. Let's hope we can get a win. Thank you very much, guys, and we'll be back after that Sunderland game.